Welcome to Chair Tai Chi, here hosted on Veterans Yoga Project Online Studio. You'll need a chair today. Keep everything between the easy and ouch. If something's weird, you don't like it, you know what? Don't do it. That's my rule of thumb. When I take a class, if something's kind of ouchy, I go, maybe I need to wait and do the next thing. It's okay. So again, I'm going to stand up, move this front chair out of the way, and come to the back of the room. And we'll get started with feel your feet on the floor. So what do I mean by that? So you could do this class barefoot in your socks or with shoes. And I kind of have what I don't have my feet going out to the side or kind of pigeon-toed is. I'm just pointing them straight forward. I'm away from the back of the chair, so I engage those tall posture muscles. And feel your feet on the floor just means that we're kind of getting out of everything that we're thinking about and getting into our bodies. So again, I invite you to kind of press those feet into the floor. You'll notice the tightening of the quadriceps, maybe around the knees, the calves, maybe some in the hips, depending if you have spicy hips like I do. And from here, we're going to take that right fist. Y'all have to figure out which one that is. Your right fist, that's the sun. And then that flat left palm, that's the moon. And then we bow down to one another to start our Chair Tai Chi class. Beautiful. Thank you. Now let's place our hand, find your belly button. And I got to dig around to find mine. And you're going to take two finger widths below that, and then hop your finger down below. That's your Dantien. So you're going to place your palm in that area. So that's your place where we gather energy in a Tai Chi environment. And you place the other hand above that. So why the low belly breath? Well, it's to get a little bit more calm, a little bit less anxious. So what we'll do is we're going to breathe in and expand that belly outwards. And as we exhale, contract the belly in towards the spine. Mine doesn't move very much, but I notice it when I contract the belly button. So here we go. Breathe in, let the belly expand like a balloon. And my chest also expands. And then contract that belly button as you exhale. Let's do that again. Low Dantien breathing. And exhaling. It's a little different than the yoga breaths that we do in classes. It's just a different thing, okay? Again, breathe in, belly out, and exhale. Again, feel your feet into the floor. And from here, align your spine. Try to have the best, most comfortable spine that you can. Some of us have curvatures going on in our upper back, our neck, so do what you can. Don't make it be painful. Just be nice and comfortable. From here, we're going to do hands together. It's called swimming dragon. Now you can hook the thumbs or just have the thumbs pressed against each other. We're going to do this with a breath. So we're going to breathe in, belly big. And as you exhale, push the arms one direction, turn your head the other. So this is for increased awareness around your range of motion. And then inhale, stay here. Exhale, back to the center. Soften your neck muscles too. And lessens neck pain. Here we go. Breathe in, belly big. Exhale, push one direction with the hands. The head turns the other way. Stay here, breathe in. Exhale, back to the center. Beautiful. Stay here, breathe in, belly big. Push it away. Turn that head the other direction. As you exhale, inhale, stay here, breathe in. Exhale, back to the center. We're going to do what's called a finishing breath. So let's inhale, circle, sweep arms up. As if the hands were on top of a ball, you're bringing down the chi, the energy down towards the Dantien. Very nice. From here, that was swimming dragon. So it's a range of motion, lessening neck pain. Let's do the Atlas point rotation. So this is also to soften the neck muscles. So I'm going to take my nose and draw a circle with my nose. You might hear some little crinkly stuff happening. Again, you might want to go a little bit slower if it's spicy today. And if this makes you have vertigo, have your eyeballs look forward instead of following the shape of the circle. Because some people have vertigo and this like kind of enhances that. We don't want that, okay? And then pause. Let's take it the other direction. So go the other way. Again, it doesn't have to be a gigantic circle. But again, helps to soften those neck muscles, understand kind of little crinkly things that are going on. Again, this is called Atlas point rotation. Very good. From here, let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. And then exhale, bring down the chi. Very good. Next is called spread the feathers. It's to open up our carotid, give more blood flow to the brain, and improves blood flow to the brain. So basically, we're going to spread out the hands like a starfish. Take the hand out to the side, and then we're going to take the thumb and turn it to the back of the room. So you're going to notice some bicep action going on here, some shoulder action. Then you're going to take the opposite ear, drop it towards your shoulder, and then lift the chin. You're kind of looking where the wall meets the ceiling. Then again, if this makes you have vertigo, you look forward instead, okay? Now we're going to take our chin and draw a half circle or a smile. So we're going to take the chin towards the chest, and then towards the extended arm, and then back down towards the chest and towards that opposite side, and release. Woo, little tightening going on there, yeah. Let's do the other side, shall we? So spread out the hand, little starfish hands, and I'm going to lower my arm just a little bit, and I'm going to take my thumb, turn it to the back of the room so I kind of activate a bit going on in that shoulder. Again, opposite ear towards the shoulder, and then lift the chin. And again, more blood flow to the brain here. That carotid is on the side of the neck. Now we're going to invite that little smile pattern by dropping the chin towards the chest, and then towards that extended arm side, and then go back down to the chest and towards that opposite side. Very good. Clap the hands. Oh, do that again. Rub some heat into those palms, increase circulation into the palms, and move it into the fingers. It's a little cold in this room today. Very good. Next is spinning hands. We're going to loosen those wrists, and it's good for carpal tunnel. So, you can spin. So we're trying to do not the entire arm, but from the wrist, okay? And then add the other one to it. Now my left hand doesn't spin as well as my right hand. I don't know why that is. Probably because my right hand is dominant. I would think that is, right? And I get a little air coming across my neck, my chest with this. And yours may be slower. Just know that. You may be taking a break. Maybe you're only doing one. That works too. Now let's pause and spin the other way. Now I love the other way because it gives me more air here on my face that's kind of hot today. Again, good for carpal tunnel challenges. Next is shoulder rolls and alternate rolls and holding. So let's just get some shoulder rolls going on here. So we're, trying to prevent that hump in the neck, trying to strengthen that upper back musculature. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. And then reverse, go the other way. I always think the other way feels weird and looks weird in my body. If you're laughing at me, that's okay, all right? And then we're going to shrug the shoulders towards the ears. And it looks and feels weird, yes, but you're strengthening that upper back musculature. Now we're going to turn halfway to the side. Woo, little stuff going on here. And then release it down. It always feels better when you release it down and come back to the center. Let's do that again. So shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Woo. And then we're going to turn the other direction, the other side. Oh, y'all feel that in the upper back? I think you do. And then release it down. Ooh, and come back to the center. All right, next is wild goose flutter hands. So we're going to bring energy into the wrists, the arms, into the fingers. So we're going to just kind of flutter those arms up and down. Now I'm kind of going at an angle to the front of the room. It's not going straight out to the side yet. So just kind of shake, 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 opening up those lymph nodes with movement, which is a good thing, yeah? And then take one to the front, one out to the side. You can look to the side if you like, and then let's do the other one. Or you can keep your head to look at the center. Just know that, okay? Let's do one more, other side. And let's kind of experiment here. Let's go way out to the side. Ooh, that feels strange in the shoulders. And then go back to the front. Very good. Wonderful. Clap those hands. Rub some warmth into those hands. We do that a lot because I have cold hands. Y'all get to suffer. We get to clap a lot. All right, now I'm going to shift my behind a little bit towards one side of my chair, and I'm just kind of letting my arm kind of go out to the side here. And it's called stir arms. It's range of motion in our arms. So you're going to stir your arms. Now, some folks will put their hand on their shoulder because maybe their shoulder's a little spicy today. That's okay. And again, you don't have to go fast. This is one of the physical therapy exercises, by the way, that they had me do after I got my pacemaker put in, because I had to get my range of motion back in this particular side of my body, and it sure did help. And funny to find out, it's a Chair Tai Chi movement. Now let's pause and make it go the other way. Now my other way always does a different shape. Don't know why, but that's what it is. Does yours make a different shape? So I always ask these questions. You don't have to answer them, but it's for you to reflect upon. Left side's different than the right side. Why is that? Maybe you did something in the past life that, broke an arm. Maybe you fell down, jammed your arm. Who knows, right? All right, make it smaller, smaller, and smaller. You might notice some little tingling sensation going on. Let's shift over to the other side. My chair's a big chair, so I got to do this, okay? And drop it and start the circles. Now this side, I don't have to put my hand on the shoulder. It feels less spicy. It's not the pacemaker side. So it has a little better range of motion going on here. And again, it's not the wrist doing it, okay? It's the entire arm from that shoulder complex. Have you ever heard it called a complex? Well, now you have. And let's reverse that. Go the other direction. Here we go. Here we go. Drop the other way. I love it. Ooh, snap, crackle, pops. Anybody else feel the snap, crackle, pops? Just me. Okay. Make it smaller and smaller. Again, it lets you notice your range of motion, one side versus the other. Beautiful. All right, come back to the center. We're going to do Kyan, paints the rainbow. It's, again, a range of motion in isolation. So that's a little tricky, so let's pay attention the first couple of times. So let's inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring palms up, bringing it down. Now we're going to drop one hand out to the side. The thumb is pointed towards the front of the room, but take that thumb, turn it to the back of the room, and the pinky towards me. You know what? Yeah, okay. Pinky towards me, thumb to the back of the room, and inhale, circle, sweep arm up. And then exhale, arm back behind you, snap, crackle, pop. And then inhale, gather them up together, flip the hand, drop the other hand down to the side. Turn the thumb away, pinky towards me, beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up. Exhale, back behind you. Ooh, I got to twist a little bit more on this side. Inhale, gather, flip it, and bring the other one down. Thumb away, pinky towards me. Here we go. Breathe in, up, up, up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather, flip it, and bring the other one down. Here we go. Turn the palm away, pinky towards me. Here we go. Breathe in, up, up, up. Very good. Exhale, back behind you. Ooh, got the wall there. Inhale, gather, flip it, and bring it down. Last time this side, pinky towards me, thumb away. Breathe in, circle it up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather, flip it, and bring it down. Other one, last time. Here we go. Inhale, circle, sweep arm up, one arm up. Exhale, back behind you. Inhale, gather, and flip it down. Now we're going to do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring down the chi. Next is our arm swinging, and our cupping the hands, tapping the back, loosens the shoulder joints. So cup your hands and basically swing your arms. Now, if you've got arm things on your chair, just be mindful of that. Maybe make your arms go a little wider, okay? Ooh. And you may notice one arm goes higher a little bit better or easier than the other, or maybe it's the same. Ooh. So when we coordinate the breath with our movement, that helps to lower our cortisol, which is the stress hormone. And some of y'all, we've got diabetes in my family, and we'll be eating the same thing from day to day. But if there's high stress levels, cortisol will shoot up that blood glucose. So breathe, move with the breathe with the movement, move with the breathing, and that helps you to lower your stress. Now, if you can, tap your shoulders or tap your upper back. If you can't, just fake it till you make it, okay? My arms swing a little bit more when I tap those shoulders. I don't know why that happens. Again, loosens those shoulder joints. All good stuff. Let's do two more. This is one, and this is two. Next is going to be eagle claw. So let's inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Make those fists come down to your waist. Very good. Now from here, inhale, fist to chest. Exhale, fist sky high. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up the arm, hand. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to the chest. Feel that little squeeze of the shoulder. Exhale, push the hand out to the side. We're going to open and close the fists 5 times. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to your waist. Other fist to chest. Breathe in. Eagle claw. Exhale to the sky. Inhale, back to your chest. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to your chest. Spread out those fingers. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to your waistline. Inhale, other fist to chest. Exhale, sky high. Brain work, brain work. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up. Exhale, push it forward. Inhale, back to your chest. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last time. Here we go. Inhale, fist to chest. Exhale, sky high. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Inhale, back to your chest. Open up. Exhale, push it forward. Excellent. Inhale, back to your chest. Spread out those fingers. Love it. Exhale, out to the side. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to your waistline. Let's do the finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, bring down the chi. Now you're thinking, is this just all upper body? No, here comes lower body. Bring your leg out to the side. Flex that foot, toes towards your nose or towards the sky. You might be feeling a little activation of the calf, the thigh, maybe some spicy stuff in the behind. For me it is. So this sequence is to prevent foot cramps, to increase ankle mobility, and also to bring extraneous blood flow, from the lower extremities back to the heart. It's also good for lowering the blood glucose, the calf pump portion. Ew, if I could talk, it'd be dangerous. Let's point the toe away, and it feels a little different. If it's spicy in the back of the knee, bend the knee a little bit, but really point the toe away. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do that flex and point here. Now I've got carpet, so I have to kind of okay, it doesn't move as smoothly as if I were on tile or wood, but you deal with what you got, right? Again, ankle flexibility, blood flow back to the heart, lowering blood glucose. Very good. Now to bring it in, let's do the other side. Now I typically do this to the front, but since we're on camera, let's see if you can see that in the camera. Yeah, I think you can. Okay. Back of the heel resting on the floor, and this feels weird on my behind, so I'm going to move a little bit on the chair. Sometimes the behind kind of strikes just right with the chair, and it's like, okay, I kind of move that a little bit. That's just how it is, okay? Feels a little spicy. All right, are your toes towards you, feeling that calf contraction? I imagine you aren't. Okay, good, good, good. Point the toe away. Might feel a little different. You might feel more in the shin. I usually don't. I feel like you're on the top of the ankle. Yeah. And of course the calf, the back of the knee, the quadricep. I don't feel it on this side though. I don't have spice on this hip. It's all on that other side. And let's start that pump. So here we go. Oh, my foot's popping too. Man, you get that going on too. Sometimes I do this barefoot, and it's a little bit easier for me to do this on the carpet, but shoes on the carpet, I'm just digging a hole here. All right, and bring it in. So we're going to scoot back to our back of our chair and do some of our foot rotations and extending our leg, point and flex, strengthening the knees and the surrounding tissues. So I'm going to take my fingers underneath my knee pit. We can have an armpit, we can have a knee pit, right? Right. Point and flex the foot. Ooh. So now I can feel a little bit more range of motion as opposed to being here on the floor doing that point and flex, okay? Now let's rotate. Now try to do it just from the foot. Don't do the whole leg, okay? Just do the ankle. That helps you to have better walking ability, by the way, better balance. And reverse. Again, you need to take a break anytime, please do so. You don't have to be in the position that makes you feel bad, okay? And release. Let's do the other side. Again, it's helpful for me to be in the back of the chair. It's a little bit more supportive. And point and flex the other one. Woo. Oh, excuse me. So when you do all these kind of movements, sometimes air happens, in other words, burping and other things. So just know that's normal. Get those circles going. Maybe you feel some snap, crackle pops. Definitely. That's pretty loud. And reverse. Wow, wow. Feel it there on the top of the ankle. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do the knee strengtheners while we're here. So what we're going to do with the palm of the hands is tap, tap, tap the outside of the knees. That's to lessen knee pain. Now you're not whapping, you're tapping, okay? Use the palm of your hand. This is one of those traditional Chinese medicine acupressure things that you do. Very good. And again, we're scooted back. So what we're going to do this time is lift a leg up, heel flex, so a knee strengthener. Now we're going to lower and hover. You may have to hold it to make that happen. And then point. Very good. And release it down to the floor. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to scoop my behind a little bit more back. Very good. Lift the heel up. Lift the leg up. Flex that heel. Now if you need to lift the leg up to make it feel more comfortable on the chair, do that, yeah? And then lower, hover, and then point the toe. This is the knee strengthener one right here. And release. We'll do one more each side. So here we go. Other side. Lift it up, flex that heel, toes towards your heart. Woo, kind of spicy in that upper leg there. And lower, hover, and point the toe, and release. Last time, this side, here we go. Flex that heel, toes towards your heart. Woo. And lower, and point the toe, and release. You know what? Come up a little bit. We're going to clap the hands, do a little something for our legs before we go on to a little bit more. So again, I'm getting some heat going on here. I'm going to rub on the knees. I guess I should have done that first, kind of. Well, that's okay. We can do it in different orders. And reverse. And let's just go down the side, pant seam on the outside and down the side, the shins. If you're able to hinge forward, do the calves, do underneath on the other one. If you need to pound your behind, the side hips, because there's pain, that is often an effective way to reduce pain. Maybe move it to the back side and back to the knee slapping. And I'm hinged forward a little bit here. And release. Next is lighthouse. We're going to cup those hands like we did when we swung the arms. And basically it's a core workout, challenging your core. So from here, we're going to breathe in, belly big. Now we turn from the quad, we turn our upper body and the arms extend out as we exhale. Inhale back to the center. And turn, turn, turn. Exhale, reach out. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, reach out. Very nice. Now we're going to pause right here. We're going to go the other direction. So again, cupped hands, breathe in, belly big. Exhale, let's turn and reach out. So it should be like a lighthouse light, right? Inhaling, exhaling, reach out. If you get mixed up on the breath, you know what? Just keep breathing. Here we go. Exhale, reach out. Inhaling. Let's do one more. Exhale, reach out. And inhaling. Very nice. We're going to go on and do, this is the kind of a yoga movement. It's called spinal cord breathing, otherwise known as the cat-cow, where we do that extension and flexion of the spine, but we add the breath to it because, this is cold and flu season, so we need to get it right down into those lungs, okay? Again, we've got those cuppy hands. We're going to inhale, elbows up, chest forward, and then exhale, curve the spine to the back of the room, and forearms come, in front. So you got that letter C happening here, cat part of the pose. Inhale, elbows up, 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 up. For the cow, exhale. Again, this is called spinal cord breathing in our Chair Tai Chi. Inhale, elbows up, up, up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, elbows up. And exhaling. And then we're going to inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. Next is going to be our blood pressure technique. It's going to help balance our blood pressure, whether it's high, whether it's low. We start with the breath. So we're going to breathe in, circle, sweep arms up. And the back of the hands come down the center as we exhale. There's your heart right there. And you're going to take your thumbs, put them in your palms and fingers on the palms. That stimulates the heart meridian. And then inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, cup the hands out to the side. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, come down to heart center. Grab the thumbs as you exhale. Inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Last one. Exhale, bring it down. Grab those thumbs right here. Here we go. Inhale, elbows back, chest forward. Exhale, out to the side. Let's do that finishing breath. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring down the chi. Next is swallow flies to the nest. So for this one, we'll inhale, circle, sweep arms up, and bring the palms up as we bring the hands down. Then we're going to take, let's see, what we're going to do first. We're going to take an arm out to the side, breathe in, and then take it across. Exhale. Inhale out to the side. Exhale up and over, and then back of the hand in front of you. Now we're going to take the other hand across, breathe in, exhale out to the side, inhale up and over, exhale back of the hand in front of you. Other side, inhale, bring that arm across, feel that stretch in those muscles. Exhale out to the side, very good. Inhale up and over, lateral flexion, exhale in front of you. Inhale, bring that arm across. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, up and over. And exhale. Okay, here we go. Swallow flies east. Bring it across. Swallow flies west. Bring it out. Exhale. Swallow flies up and over. And then lands in its nest. And again, swallow flies east. Breathe in. Swallow flies west, exhale. Swallow flies up and over, breathe in, and lands in its nest, exhale. One more time. Swallow flies east, very good. Swallow flies west. Swallow flies up and over, and lands in its nest. One more, here we go. Swallow flies east, breathe in. Swallow flies west, exhaling. Swallow flies up and over, and lands in its nest. Let's breathe in, circle, sweep arms up, bring down the chi. Very good, very good. From here, you can do this with your own strength or with the hand underneath. We're gonna do a little Sumo Stomp. So a little bone building. Now, if you have spicy feet, maybe plantar fasciitis or some neuromas, maybe you don't do the stomp part. You just lift up and lay it back down on the floor. So this is one of those functional moves that we do every day when we're traveling in a vehicle, getting in and out of the car. And sometimes maybe you'll notice that you have back pain or hip pain because it's like, ooh, that's a little spicy when I get in the passenger side or when I'm driving. So check for muscle imbalances. You may need to work with a trainer to figure out, ooh, maybe I need to do more muscle building for the lower body, yeah? One more time each side. Very good. And then bring your ankle bones together, feet together. We're going to do the Jitterbug, which is ankle mobility and brain work. So basically, we're going to take the feet and heel toe out to the side. You may hang onto your chair. And this may feel awkward. One ankle may definitely be more strong than the other. Now, what you can do with the upper body is maybe twist opposite direction, or maybe the same direction, I don't know. Depending how smooth your chair is, if your behind can move a little bit on your chair, yeah? My chair squeaks. Does your chair squeak? Maybe it does. Whew. And sometimes I end up burping a lot on this one because, man, it's getting into my intestines, all that good stuff. It's kind of letting air escape, as I like to call it. Bring it back to the center. And pause, yay. Ankles out, toes in, so it feels kind of awkward. Yes, so we're going to do a little independent action. So we're going to heel toe out and in. So here we go. Ooh, I definitely noticed that left leg is less strong than the right one. Maybe you notice something like that too. Maybe your shins are starting to get a little tired by now. Maybe so. Woo. Trying to think what we need to do here. We've got a 45-minute class. I think we're going to do monk carries a flag and maybe a cross crawl. Okay, a little cardio. We'll sneak it into y'all. Okay, one more. All the way out and all the way in. So cross crawl. You're going to bring one leg forward and the opposite bent elbow up. And I'm here at the edge of my chair. I'm going to lean back a little bit, engage my core, because we're going to switch. Is it the opposite arm and leg? Sometimes it ends up being the same arm, same side. So, make it be switch. And then switch, switch. Woo. You can go slower. You can go a little bit faster. Lean back a little bit. Feel those lower abdominals being engaged. Whoops, I just did same side arm. Very good. See, I even get messed up on this. Breathe in, breathe out. Do what you can with what you got, okay? Woo! Hello, hips. Hello, brain. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Yay. Clap those hands. Rub those hands. Put a little heat into the lower body. Very good. Pound if you need to. Very good. Next is monk carries the flag. So this is a little brain work going on here, a little core work also. So we have one hand that is up here in the air. It's grabbing the pole, but you got to grab it down below too. So it brings it across. Now, the opposite leg, you're going to lift it up and stomp, okay? Now we got to switch it. Here's the brain work. This arm goes up, the other one goes down low, and then think about the opposite leg. Bring it up and down. Here we go. We're going to stomp that or pound that flag into the floor. Boom. With the knee up and foot down. Very good. Switch sides. Knee up and down. Excellent. Switch sides. Knee up and down. Switch sides. Last time this time. Knee up. Stomp. And last one. Here we go. Knee up and down. Beautiful. Inhale. Circle. Sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. From here, start a circle and do the other circle. Y'all know this probably. Wax on, wax off. It's known as Parry. Brain and core work. Now let's pause and wipe it out. Make sure it, kind of crosses the same area in the middle. My left arm likes to go more out than my right. Now bring it up into the sky. So here we go. There's the wax on, wax off. So I'm kind of twisting a little bit more, getting into those lungs. That's a good thing. Now let's bring it in. Wipe it in. Very good. Kind of takes 2-3 times to get the rhythm. Now if you want more vigor, you're going to make fists and do the elbows to the center. These are called elbow strikes. It's still parry. You can still do what you were doing, but maybe you want to do a little bit more upper body twisting or not. Couple more. Very good. Now, let's bring it back to on top of our legs. Nice. Nice. And smaller, smaller, and smaller. Very good. Clap those hands. Woo! From here, let's tap, tap, tap the edge of the fingers and bring it up the side of the arm and into the shoulders. It's always nice. Palm up, bring it down the front. And then back to the tips of the fingers. This is the 5 meridians. And now to the outside and to the shoulders. Flip the palm up and down the front. Let's do one more. Tip of the fingers and then to the outside of the arm. Into the shoulders, my favorite place. Palm up and bring it down. Now we're going to do the other side. Tap, tap, tap those fingers to the outside. And I tip my shoulder, tip my head so I really get in that shoulder. Palm up, bring it down. And let's do that again. Tips of the fingers, bring it to the outside of the arm. Get that shoulder. Palm up, bring it down. Woo! Again, here we go. Tip, tip, tap, tap, tap. And down the front. Very good. Now I'm going to move forward. Y'all stay right where you're at because there's a little bit more of the energy work. Let's see if you can see me. See my head? Okay, very good. So next what we're going to do is the Big 6. So it's also known as the qigong detoxing. And I mentioned that in the email when I described about the Chair Tai Chi. But the Big 6 is the lymphatic drainage. So, our heart pumps, circulates the blood through our system. But, when you go to the doctor, they check your lymph nodes for swelling. Well, you got inflammation and other things going on, you got to flush the toilets. You got to get that waste out of the body. The only way to do that is through movement. And Dr. Parry Nicholson came up with this Big 6. We first start with the collarbone. So find your collarbone. You take your hands and you rub above and below the collarbone, stroke across. This is the first place. So about, let me think here, 1/3 of our lymph nodes are in the shoulder neck area. Now you can also tap across. Very good. Now my pacemaker's right here, so I'm always like, ooh, I'm going a little bit soft on this side, yeah? Because I don't want to hit it by accident or on purpose. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Okay, look at my shirt's all over here. And it's best to do skin on skin, but we're not going to take off our shirt to do that, okay? And sometimes people will do this in the shower, but again, do the skin on skin first to get the best effort on this. So our brains have to drain at nighttime, get rid of their toxic waste. If they don't have a clear pathway to do it, then we get brain fog and that type of thing. So this before bedtime is very beneficial. Now you're going to take your hands and do in front and in back of the ears, but you make sure you get a little bit of the under the jawline too. Okay, so stroke down the sides of the neck and make sure, again, get that little jaw area. I can, in the follow-up email, send you like a link to more information about the Big 6. Someone asked me more about that last time, so I'm going to do that this time for our email. So this was 1. This is area number 2. My favorite area is the armpits. So we're going to go where the arm inserts into the torso, kind of squeeze the underarm, I guess you call it, but it actually is an underarm. And then go into the armpit. It's your opportunity to check. Did you put on your deodorant today? Maybe you did. We don't care. We're on camera, right? You can also take the side of the fist and pound or slap with that cupped hand, okay? Lots of lymphs here, but ladies, gentlemen, they get breast cancer. They check for auxiliary lymph nodes to see if there's cancer. Where do you think that is? That's right here. Also with this thumb in front, you're squeezing that pectoral muscle, getting a little bit more of the lymphs drained, okay? Let's do the other side. So here we go. We're going to squeeze the upper arm inserting into the armpit. Let's just put it that way. And then, you can kind of continue to squeeze or stroke across. Be sure you're squeezing that thumb in the front of the chest also, so you get 2 for the price of 1, so to speak. And if you can, I use my hands sometimes to help this side. I pound, pound, pound. So again, this is area number 3. All right. So I kind of combine one of the auxiliary areas with area number 4. Find your ribs, like at the bottom of the ribs, and you're kind of stroking the diaphragm. Lots of lymphatic activity, lymph nests in this area. And then find your waistline, where we found the Dantien earlier, but the belly button, the belt. And you can either use the side of the hands and chop, or you can do open hand. But some people like to do the fists, or they do all 3. I'm trying to move my subcutaneous fat. It's moving, but it's not moving away. Oh well. And kind of like when we did Sumo Stomp, we have one leg out and then the other, keep them both out, where the leg inserts into the torso. That's it. You go on a crease. You're going to chop that area. Again, gentlemen who get prostate cancer, they check for the lymph nodes in these areas for cancer. Now you may want to walk the feet a little bit more out to get kind of more of an area here. You can go more towards the groin, or kind of there in the middle, or more towards your hip. I kind of like the middle part, yeah. I'm going to bring my feet in, and the back of the knee. So you can take your fingers and stroke the back of the knee. My advice is to walk your feet a little bit more forward so you get more area. Let's see, the lower part of the hamstring, back of the leg, the back of the knee, and the top part of the calf. Now I'm kind of hinged forward when I'm doing this. And you can also use that inner place of your hand to chop the back. Now if you got the Baker's cyst, maybe chopping is not the best to do. If you tend to have swelling, edema in your feet, in your ankles, in the lower part of your body, the roadblock for that is the back of the knee. So to lessen edema, swelling, do this lymphatic drainage. Do it in the order I mentioned, but most definitely, get in the back of the knee to help lessen that swelling and the edema. Very good. Let's come back on up, clap the hands. Next, we'll do our hand tapping sequence that we do in Chair Tai Chi. Are they nice and warm? Yeah. So the pinky sides, we're going to tap, tap, tap the pinky sides of our hands. Now we're not whapping, we're tapping. This is to lessen headache and vertigo. So these are different areas in traditional Chinese medicine that is incorporated in a Tai Chi or a Chair Tai Chi practice. Tap, tap, tap. And then we're going to do the inner webs of the thumbs. So that's for digestive disorders, nausea. And if you have rings on, that may shake the rings a little bit when you do this, yeah? Then you're going to flip it. Okay, little brain work going on there. Because you normally do it one direction, then you got to do it the other direction. Very good. Next is the inner webs of the fingers. That's for pain or numbness in the limbs. Now be careful of rings, okay? So in those little valleys, you're tapping in those valleys. You can look at like the different meridians and the meridian charts to see all the different areas that are affected by you doing this type of tapping patterns. Yeah. Now notice which finger's on top. Switch it. My brain usually goes, what are you doing? This is not your normal way to hold your interlaced fingers. There's a little spicy brain work going on here too. Next is the pulse points. That's for heart and cardiovascular issues. Now you can, tap the pulse points like this, but I prefer up and down. So here we go. Tap, tap, tap. Very good. Flip it. That's the reason I like it, because I flip it and get a little more going on. Very calming for our nervous system. Get us out of that fight and flight into the parasympathetic mode. Rest and restore. All right, back of the hand. Again, remember those cupped hands. We're going to tap the back of the hand. Now, you don't do this too hard. So this is for lessening osteoarthritis, back pain. Now, if you have rings, you kind of cut it a little bit more to the side, okay? Let's do the other side. Here we go. Now I got a ring, so I got to make sure it's not hitting the top of my hand in a spicy area. This one makes more noise. Now we're going to move it to the back of the wrist. So for the back of the wrist, what is that? Neck and shoulder pain. I always forget to take off my bracelets, but you can do this without bracelets or a watch on. It's going to be better, okay? Now do the other side, and I've got a watch on this one, so I'm going to be a little bit less away from the back of the wrist. Woo! And then let's help us sleep better at night. We're going to tap that elbow pit, okay? I'm trying to remember which meridian it is. I can't on the top of my head. I'll have to look that up. Makes a nice sound though. And I think my favorite one's coming up. Make a fist into the palm, punch the palm into the fist, or the fist into the palm. For stress, anxiety, improves clarity, consciousness. Be careful of those rings. Let's do the other one. My other one's not as strong. That's one thing I do notice is like my left is not as strong pounding into my right. Very good. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down the chi. Let's do that again. Breathe in, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that chi. You feel the tingling, the sensation? I hope you do. Breathe in, circle, sweep arms up. Bring down that chi. Beautiful. Now I invite you either to get comfy in the chair that you're sitting in, or maybe get really comfy in the couch. Or maybe if you want to lay down on the floor, do that too, but I'm going to scoot back a little bit. So sometimes what I do when I'm in my chair yoga class, and they say relax, I cross up the ankles and just spread out my knees and just rest my palms on my lap. That's just a comfortable place for me to be. But I invite you to get comfortable. So this is our guided rest and relaxation portion of class. Now we've done a lot of the guided rest kind of through the breathing with our movements. So this will be a nice, short, sweet little interaction. So from here, If you want to, you can close your eyes, or you can just gaze your eyes down at the floor, or you can stare at me if you like. That works too. But I invite you to get comfortable. Just notice your breathing. Don't change it in any way. Just notice. What does it feel like here to breathe in and to breathe out? Again, breathing in, the chest, the belly rises, and exhaling. Maybe you drop your chin a little bit towards your chest, gaze at your fingers, the tops of your legs, or maybe the eyes are softly closed. Breathing in, breathing out. From this moment here, let's just notice the surface that's supporting us. The pressure of the feet being on the floor, the back of the legs on the chair, the buttocks, the low back, the mid back, maybe the chin drop towards the chest. But again, just notice the sensation of being supported, feeling very weighted, very heavy into that support. Good. Now we're going to flip that to noticing the air coming across our face, maybe our arms, our hands, feeling very light in the front places of the body. The arms are light, the legs are light, the whole body light. And then flip that, compare that to the back side. Again, feeling supported, feeling weighted into the chair, into the floor. Beautiful. And now I invite you to come back into the now. So maybe, move those feet up and down, wiggle those fingers, come away from the back of the chair a little bit. And we'll do a little bit of a gratitude practice, and I'll stop the video and invite any questions that you might have. So for this, let's place the hands to heart center, or maybe resting in your lap. But I invite you to drop your chin towards your chest in gratitude of just you showing up today. And let's think about one thing that we're grateful for, or at least an idea of gratitude. And let's take whatever that is and bring it into our heart space just for a moment here. Very good. Let's lift our eyes to look forward, flutter those eyelids open, and we'll end our class as we begin it. So we're going to take that right fist. So y'all have to figure out which one that is. Take the right fist, that's the sun, yeah? And that flat palm on top, that's the moon. And then we bow down to one another in respect to one another. That concludes our practice of Chair Tai Chi. Let me stop the video.